ready? 10 logo.
I smell fear now. I smell
Pilot, 64, weak. Whip, smooth. Shoot.
On first down, Wakefield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Wakefield. He gets this one to Boyd. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Now a give, right side. Barr. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
48. Rip left. Hey, alert 48.
From the gun, here's Watson. Dancing to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
56, pull it high. Tighten up, tight alpha. Fire.
From the gun, Wakefield. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on second down. Wakefield throwing left side here, and it's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. Well, he covered a lot of ground, 82 yards on the punt return, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And I would say they went 3-and-out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3-and-out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1-and-out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30, 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Back to throw. Wakefield. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
First down, Cincinnati.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Being chased out left. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On the set.
57. Drop deep, drop deep.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
57, Mike 57.
61, match box, light.
Mike 57, 57.
Five.
Operating from the gun. Wakefield. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop.
Hey, here I come.
Hey, echo.
Here I come.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wakefield eluding the pressure right. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
They'll try the left side. Far. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got Fuller. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check four.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He's going to look deep down the field. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Throwing on 1st down. Wakefield. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike
Second and long. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Wakefield. Caught by Jones. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. There's a corner now.
On first and 10, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. The Texans send the punter out. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Brings up second and 11 at the 20-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Operating from the gun. Wakefield. His throw incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Let's go. 57.
To throw on third down. Wakefield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on the 9. 15's mine. I got 15.
Now it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 43-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Watch the
80 weapon. Hey, Haywood.
57's the mic. 57.
Get it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter, and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. On 3rd down, Wakefield. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him, unable to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Don't be mad.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
This is it. 19. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, let's give him 54.
Out of the gun, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's Watson. Going up top. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chopper.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready? 50, plant. Pilot, 64, weak. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Under T, hey, Charlie, 10. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Silver.
On 1st and 10, Wakefield flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful, because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Wakefield. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Hey, man.
Watson now, operating from the gun, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
59 Mike, 59 Mike, check, 59. I'm coming.
Throwing on second down. Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Man, I got you. Play it.
Now Watson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Check three. 124. Check 66.
On second down now. Far. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Mike is set. 19. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Watch twist. 54.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Trey Hendrickson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Looking to throw. Wakefield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. Throwing again. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down. Barr. And down inside the 15 he goes. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. On 1st down, it's Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Now Watson going to sneak it. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Set, 19. Mike's 59. It's just me and you. It's behind him.
On 3rd down, Barr. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
57. Mike, 57.
To throw on 2nd down. Wakefield. Jones has it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Wakefield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
57, ready?
Operating from the gun, Wakefield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go. 70, Indy. And we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 57 to the ball. Let's go.
On first down, Wakefield. Got his man. It's Eifert. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Let's go now.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Move. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey, watch the lane.
57's Mike 57.
Throwing on first down. Wakefield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Here we go. Hey, Zoo. 57's the Mike.
Back to throw. Wakefield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 65 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I talked with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play, and facing a 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Wakefield. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. To throw is Watson, and the pressure gets to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
It's just me and you. It's just me.
2nd and 15. And the catch good. It's Eifert. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Wakefield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. Wakefield under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wakefield. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters. And this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Let's go, baby.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Barr. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Let's go.
Here's Watson to throw on third down. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. It came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long.